shall we?
Sure, man.
Cheers.
Thanks for staying up.
No problem. Thank you.
Welcome to another episode of Local Band Smokeout Canada in Medicine Hat on location.
In Octave Studios.
Hell yeah, I'm Devin.
I'm Nate.
And
this is Shisha.
This is Shisha. One of the coolest of the kitties, in my opinion.
Oh, you know it.
So, we're gonna rock out to another Nate production. I'm really stoked to do this because it's kind of a big collaboration of many people that you've heard from already within Local Band Smokeout. If you've watched a lot of our episodes and stuff, right back to the first one, you know, so Nuclear Oath, of course. So it's a Calgary kind of connection. It's a Medicine Hat connection. I'm gonna pass it off to you, but first we gotta rip through the sponsors. So,
Octave Studios.
Yeah, and Risque Disc Records.
Viking Valley Mead.
And Jester Events.
Tone Bone Roan on YouTube.
And Arbutus Music.
Whale Music Magazine.
And Junkhouse John.
BG from Local Band Smokeout.
And all of you who are watching, subscribing, clicking like, telling people. Just any sort of support that you've been showing, all the shares, I love comments and stuff. It's kind of cool just to start conversations. You know, any of that is totally fine. Like there is a guy from Victoria that he's a great conversation starter, and he comments on a lot of videos what he thinks. I'm not opposed to that. You can start a conversation in the comments below.
We encourage it, if anything.
Exactly. The interaction is always what I'm talking about. So, like I said, I will totally hand it off, and you can more so explain because like I said, it's a Nate Bohnet production in a sense.
Yeah. With all my stuff, I love collaborating with artists. It helps me kind of not only pull something out of myself, but pull something out of the guy I work with. And for this one, I was really glad to have a bunch of former bandmates and just friends on it. And we did this throughout like a one-day writing session at the start of December, and then I tracked all my parts and we did all the vocals Christmas Eve, with the one vocalist being home on midnight so that he could be with his family for Christmas. And so I had Nathan Trash formerly of World Class White Trash, now of Horrify, so be sure to go check them out on vocals.
That's
it's
really
with
sweet.
Russell of False Flag and Megiddo.
Oh, okay, sweet. So a lot of fans are going to be stoked to hear that there's actually something new coming up from these guys.
They actually have 1 or 2 tracks out already. So go find Horrify on Facebook and Bandcamp. And then I had my brother from Nuclear Oath, my former bandmate Pete Mercer, on vocals as well.
Yeah.
I did some backing vocals. Kid Kill It. You know what? Find him on Instagram. Find Nate Trash on Instagram. And then I had my buddy who I've been in many bands with. He was in Deadlights. He was in a few other bands that we don't like to talk about as well. Shawn Krushel, he's the guitarist of Crimson Caliber, and he laid down some bass lines for me on this song. And it was really cool collaborating with him. You can find him at Wolves and Swans, or Wolves and Shawns on Facebook.
On your podcast too.
Yeah, he was actually one of the original co-hosts of the show. Yeah, and now he comes on from time to time.
Guest in a sense.
Yeah, he does it when it works for him, and I encourage that because I like people feeling like they want to do it versus feeling like they have to do it. Yeah. And if he likes to do it occasionally when it suits him and he feels into it, I'd much rather have him that way.
That's always what I've said to people. Like I love having guests because the entire idea is then you get another opinion on what people think, because I mean that's just it.
Exactly.
And it's just one of those things where it's like if you let more people in on it, then we can tell more people what people think.
Exactly, and we can get promote everyone as well. Like I love that interpromotional thing. Exactly, pulling different things out of different people. So for this one, we had Nate and Pete on main vocals. I did a bunch of backing vocals. I did all the guitar work.
Yeah, that's
all the drum work, and Sean did the bass. You can find me on Instagram at Nate Up the Metal Guy. You can find my covers, my tips and tricks, and my original music on YouTube at Nate Bohnet, or on every other streaming platform if you like it. I will say beware the solo album. I was not as good then as I am now, but I had some okay songs. So I have that going for me, I think. But this is Noose featuring Pete Mercer, Nathan Trash, and Shawn Krushel, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah. And now I gotta keep. She's just gonna enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
I need the cat on the lip. Yeah, sorry, I just didn't want to cry.
And that was Noose.
Yeah. Fucking A, man.
Cancel that so we don't get another track. There we go.
Yeah, definitely check out the video on YouTube, because with so much going on in a song like that too, vocally, you know, it helps. Like someone like me, I have listened and seen other than you know, through video.
Yeah.
Not live, but I've seen all you guys actually singing and playing in a sense. So, but if you haven't, it does make it a little tougher to try and be able to really pull that whole thing apart just auditorily.
Yeah.
I think the video can really help that a little bit, and it can give a little more, a little more of the three dimensions to the whole song. Because when you got like triple vocals, I mean, Fall City Fall is already a band where you need to be like okay, I know that vocalist and I know that vocalist. No, who the fuck is that other dude? And if you're not like an Alexis on Fire fan or these different types of bands where
you don't really know what it's like. When an older cover of mine I did was Keep It on Wax. And for so fucking long, I didn't realize there were 3 vocalists. I thought there were only 2. And then I'm looking at the lyrics, I'm like, wait, what do you mean there's 3? I've been doing 3 voices? That's cool.
But that's just it. Is like my band, and like that's why like I wanted to pull up the song "No Solutions." I was showing them some of my music and stuff. It's a song where all 3 of us sing, even the drummer, and we're a 3-piece band, right?
I love that.
So it's one of those things where if you're not paying attention and then you just look up and you thought it was the same dude because maybe we have similar voices to you or something, you just missed something, and now you're kind of being like, wait, what? When did this? And and to me as a musician, I like to catch everything I can. I don't know about someone else, but that's just me. That's why I was alluding to having fans and stuff like that, diversity, because if someone wants to be on the show, but they're not a musician, that's totally fine, because I still love having their opinion at the end of the song, hearing it for the first time.
Exactly.
You know, so, but either way, Nate, where can they find you again? Let's just hit that up one more time.
Hit me up on every single streaming platform. You can find me on Bandcamp too if you want to buy the tracks. YouTube, search up Nate Bohnet. Every Thursday there's a tips and tricks video. Every Friday there's a cover, generally a vocal cover. Sometimes I end up going a bit full out and doing a full cover. So I may or may not have 1 or 2 of those in the works.
You have,
original music as well when it happens. My band Deadlights is going to be releasing an EP sometime this year. We're working on it right now. We'll either release it single by single or all at once. We're not sure yet. And keep an eye out for a project called Abyss Walker. It's Shawn Krushel's solo project, and just the other day he was in laying down guitar tracks for his first single. So
nice.
Keep an ear out for that when it comes out as well.
So definitely worth giving Nate a like on Facebook, or like you said, Nate the Metal Guy, on pretty much all the different platforms. So, check him out, because you heard it. He's got a couple things going on, or he's at least tapped into.
Concrete Wasteland. Check out my podcast too. And submit your band to it as well. If you've submitted here, submit there. If you've submitted there, submit here.
Completely, yes. And also send different music, because that only helps you out. If you have more than one song, send more than one. I mean, we live in a world where people just release single by single, but when you're trying to promote yourself, you're only helping yourself out by putting your music out on different platforms. Exactly. I come from a band that I can't really define my band by one song, and even just having 2 songs doesn't completely define it when you have 9 or 12 tracks. It's something that you sometimes, if you have more and it's good quality, then
I just play music, man.
But sometimes it helps you. I just know it from a booking essence. If you have a proper promo package and you have enough to show people who you are, like, it just defines you better.
Do that little bit extra. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit.
No, but I mean, like, Kill Frenzy was someone, you saw the email that I got from them. It was well put together, and we always say that. We always say that it just stands out. That's really all it is, and we live in a goldfish era.
Exactly. If you put in that little bit of effort, it shows.
Yeah, totally. Cheers.
Cheers.